We're in the kitchen with Donna Poelstra, and she's making her extra super easy pie crust, and her secret is using vegetable oil. Now Donna is getting ready to peel some apples, and she's using Granny Smith for her pie. She likes it to be nice and tart. At high altitude, sometimes you might want to use a softer apple that'll cook a little faster for you, but the Granny Smiths certainly are good. It keeps the apples from turning brown when you add the sugar to the freshly cut apples.
It also brings out the moisture in the apples, brings out the juices.
It also brings out the moisture in the juice. Now she's added a cup of sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon, and she goes a little heavy on the cinnamon because she likes that flavor. And now a little dash of flour. That'll help thicken the juiciness of the apples. She's making her extra super easy pie crust, and her secret is using vegetable oil. She has the flour and salt in a bowl, and now she's getting ready to mix in the oil.
Okay, put the water in. This is when it kind of looks unique.
Okay, now it looks a little messy as she adds the water, but soon it will all become incorporated and soaked up into the dough.
It's normal to have the whitish water because that's the oil mixing in with the water and flour.
Now she's getting ready to roll the pastry out, and she puts it between two pieces of wax paper and rolls it to fit her pie dish or pan. By rolling it in the wax paper, that gives you a way to lift it up. Yes. You don't have to use all that flour like you might if you were using a pastry cloth. Now she's placing the pie shell into her pie pan, and again, it's so easy because you just roll that wax paper off and you don't have to get your hands all over it, and you don't have a ton of extra flour. Now she's adding her apples to the pie plate that has the pastry already in it, and you notice she piles it up kind of high in the center. And now she's going to be ready to add the top crust and get ready to do that beautiful crimping along the edges.
Now here's another little secret. This is a secret that my mom has always done. You take a little bit of butter because everything's better with butter.
And Donna, how many pies do you all make typically?
Oh my. We do offer about 4 to 6 varieties of pies year-round in our store for people to just purchase, bake up at home, and enjoy.
Right.
For the holidays, we're going to be adding, of course, pumpkin and pecan. We make thousands of pies.
Thousands of pies,
yes.
And you do it all with this method.
All of it. Everything is from scratch, just like Mom would make.
Yep. Okay, now here we go. We're going to see the magic.
Okay. And again, it just comes off very easily. Just get it started with your finger if it sticks a little bit, and then it should peel right off.
And voila, there it is.
Go.
There. Now then, she had a little bit of pastry hanging over the edge that she's going to crimp together, and then she'll come back and do a beautiful fluting around the edge.
What I teach people in my class is that you want to make a nice wall all the way around the pie with your crust. The smoother the wall, the easier it will be to have a nice crimp.
Right.
Okay? And if you feel like there's too much crust, if your wall's going to be too thick, just peel it off. Unless you really enjoy a lot of crust, then leave it on. And that's good too. It's whatever their preference is.
Well, this is always the tricky part, I think, for pie bakers, is to figure out how to make a little pretty ribbonly crimp edge around.
I just am used to doing my thumbs and my pointer finger. Some people do knuckles, some people do forks.
Right.
But I just go like this.
Right. And she's taking her thumb and 2 fingers in the front, and then it ends up with a zigzag.
You want to give your air vent so that the steam can escape. Some people get really creative and make beautiful designs. I'm not that artistic. And then another secret that my mom has is then we brush the top with milk, just a light little brush of milk, and sprinkle a little granulated sugar on the top to give it a glisten and a sparkle.
A nice little crispy look.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you, Donna.